All right, y'all. This is me, Zacarias. Now, this is my theory. I wasn't there on that Sunday morning, tragic Sunday morning, but I have to speak my mind, and I'm getting evidence. And I know sometimes people say hearsay, she say not always correct. But when you see clues and you see foolishness and you see facts, you have to call it like it is. This is my theory. Yes, it was a white suspect. His RC, that's his initials. I don't want to give all his business out, but I'm sure people. And Sean King was the one. I did not know. Sean King put his information on there, and he has Facebook on there and everything else. So the man's very dangerous. See on other sources, the man's very dangerous. The white guy that's very dangerous. He been doing carjacking. Even got on Houston Chronicle. And yes, I did my research. I did my investigation, and in my opinion, that he was there. Okay, I wasn't there, but it seemed to me when she says a white male and other witnesses saw the shooting that early morning. It was him shooting while Eric Black was driving the vehicle in the red truck, and Larry Woodruff, whatever his name was in the car. I think all three suspects was there, and she had her children. No offense to LaPortia Washington and Christopher Sevilla, but they do have criminal records. They have criminal involving prostitution and other thing and drug and other offenses as well. So they have a lengthy criminal background. Of course, you never judge a person, but people know, and I grew up in the 80s, and of course my parents was not involved in crack. I've been involved. My parents got clean backgrounds, but we know people when you're involved in drugs, the children usually suffer from that situation, and the parents do have drug convictions. So this was not about race. This was about drugs. So when they found out she was on the early morning that Sunday at Walmart, when hardly nobody around, hardly any police activity, and it's Sunday morning, you usually think someone going to church that morning. That's why. So they chose that day. She brought her kids. That's what I'm saying. She brought her kids to her with her in that car, and witnesses say that I saw on the internet that people, and I did blur some names out, such as protection, that she was trying to get drugs. They were mad that she didn't want to pay up, and there wasn't in pajamas. Now, there's some people that go in pajamas, but I was brought up, you don't go in pajamas outside and drive a car, but the people do these days, it's ghetto and ratchet, but no offense, that's what we see it. Why was she with her kids that early morning at Walmart with some pajamas on? That don't make sense. So if she had drug convictions in the past, and so did her baby daddy, he not with her, he was some other sister. He Hispanic. I saw he was some dark skinned sister that he's with. Anyway, so both of them have, because one thing, I'm not trying to be messy. My heart goes out to the parents, but I have to call it like it is. They past and their current situation, if they still involved, caused this murder. I do apologize to say that, but it seemed to be true. So that morning, the white man, RIC, who has a lengthy criminal background, carjacking and everything else, who was also arrested later on that day, as I found out, and not mistaken, of stealing someone's purse and someone's bicycle, or either motorcycle. I got to do more research on that too, but I've been studying on just the murder case part, not just the other things that he done. He's almost 50. He is a career criminal. Okay. He's with these young people, and even though, and I'm gonna compare it to Tekashi 69. I know it sounds funny, but I'm not being funny. Tekashi 69, I do believe, was part of the gang. They say he's not, because they don't want to get in trouble in affiliation with his big star. But he was used by the elders of that gang in New York to promote their gang and their business and their rap industry, because they didn't get a chance to make it, so they had to use someone young. So of course it's not about rap music, but these two young guys, Eric Black and Larry Woodruff, were used by this white man, and it's not because of race. Most older people in the gang, in the clique, they would use the younger people to do their job, and they don't want to go to jail while the elders collect the money. That's how it goes. So anyone knows that. So they was driving. They said Eric was driving the car. The second suspect, they don't know who he is, was going to do the shooting. That has to be, what's his name, the white guy that has it. So when you see this situation, you got to put two and two together. Of course, it's not always accurate. Many of us not there, but we got to use a logic. Why would she say a white guy? These two camera skin brothers are not pale. They're not dark chocolate, but they're not pale. They don't look like no Alonzo Ball or no Jason Kidd type, brother. Okay, high yellow, but a Jeremy Minks type brother. So why would she say that? Because he was there. Okay. And the reason why the part that she's lying, she's cut the fact that she was there for that reason. And that Sunday when she went there to go shop at Walmart, 9 10 she was there to get some drugs. She took her kids with her because she didn't want to leave her kids by themselves. Okay, and she's covered up. It backfired her. She didn't want to pay for the drugs, and anyone know when you don't pay a drug dealer, there's karma on their end. They'll get you for it. So they shot at her, and they meant to shot her, not Jasmine. That's the reason why. So you want to know why the white guy has been in jail in and out. On Facebook, he admitted. Okay, and here in Texas, one thing, Sean King. I'm sorry, Sean King. I know you're my high yellow, almost can pass for white, look like a white looking version of Tyler Perry. But if you in Black Lives Matter, you need to know the history of Texas is a racist state. They show favor towards white people or minorities. It's no joke about that. So since this dude already did his time, in my opinion, they gave him slack on the risk in getting these two brothers involved when actually fairly all three of them should be locked up for this murder. Because why would LaPortia, whatever her name is, LaPortia, say that? LaPortia know the white man, and she know this too. As they know about Larry, she's a Facebook friend with Larry, so she know about that. But she don't want to mention her part. One that she lying, covering out her end about buying drugs because other witnesses saying that she was there to buy drugs. She was not there to go shop at Walmart and this random. So that can happen. But if she know the two people and she know the white guy and she has drug convictions along prostitution and everything else, and so her baby dad, which is Jasmine's Hispanic father, it makes a lot of sense. And no offense to the parents, but your simple behavior, I'm sorry to say it like that, caused this little girl to lose their life by hanging with associates of this. And it's just something, I'm speaking up, and I'm praying every day for all of us to be safe for the situation. And God is bigger than anybody. Because people are using race, and I'm getting tired of the media in Harris County, just like the whole state of Florida situation. Two brothers got falsely accused of killing this Hispanic young man, and they didn't kill him. But HPD in Harris County in the Houston special, Channel 13, Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 4, Channel 2, Channel 26, Channel 11, 39, all these news use race to get people, just like use the OJ trial. It wasn't about Nicole getting killed. It was no longer about race and interracial. They trying to get rid of the real subject and worry about, because everybody, it's a racist society here in the United States, which I would love to get out of this country, especially here in Texas. Okay, so instead of Sean King looking at both angles, because he got them confess. Yeah, they confess. And there's no way out for them instead of texting you a person of color. But this white guy who has a link, because should be locked up if he's very dangerous, should not be on the street. He's out of prison, fresh out, as he said on Facebook. He's involved. He's involved in this thing. That's my opinion. Now, I wasn't down on these people, but I'm sick of it because what white racist people are doing, when it is going to be a true hate crime, they're going to use this thing to try to make an excuse to get that person, the perpetrator of a hate crime, out of jail and no justice for the victim. That's what they're trying to use in this case, and that's what gets on my nerves. Okay. And so somebody, they're using race, and that's why I waited till they got the folks arrested and started. And then when I saw on Facebook the sketch match, somebody sketched this man's face. It matched the suspect that I'm showing on my video. Okay, so if it matched the suspect, and she know that, and the problem is she don't want to admit her wrongdoing in this murder. She didn't kill her daughter. She didn't think. Okay, she thought she'll get the drugs and go off. No, what it was, she didn't pay up. That's what I see. She didn't pay up, and you don't pay a dog on drug dealers, they gonna get you because that's their food, that's their bread. They can't go work at a regular job or it's the other hustle. And it's a dangerous and illegal hustle. Don't get it wrong, but if you don't pay the drug dealer, they'll get you. So, point is, this retaliation with her, she didn't think so. When they said she drove and Jasmine was outside the car, I mean, that's how I heard, right? And not mistaken. She thought that she would get killed and not her baby, but it hit the baby and hit the other girls. That's why this happened. So anyone know, I'm letting you know, y'all. I believe that her end is not innocent. Not she didn't kill her daughter, no, but she put her daughter in danger to go get some drugs that morning. And this man who's out on probation and got in trouble, no, he should be locked up with them three brothers, fair and square, without any race involved. Okay. One thing I think outside the box. That's my theory. Okay. Don't say Zach is, but one thing I'm very investigative, and one thing I hate when I see BS and people using race and trying to laugh, and it's racist people who want to see injustice of minorities trying to use this argument, and you have people who want to use the white boogeyman. On this case, ain't no white boogeyman. It's black identified boogeyman and white men. Okay, let's call it like it is. So these two brothers ain't pure black. They got some white and American in them. But the black identified camel skin and a white boogeyman, all three of these thugs caused this mess. Okay, so everybody come with that mess. One thing about me, I'm an unbiased person, and I'm very proud of being multiracial, African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English. I am not with that one drop mess and black nationalists and white nationalists. I'm not with that mess, okay? But that's what caused this race. And Sean King does not know Houston, does not know the culture here in Harris County, the illegal culture amongst the law system here. And that's what gets on my nerves. Someone outside who think they know everything. They might know everything outside of their end, but they don't know everything. It goes here in Houston, Texas. He lived in Houston for a while in Harris County and know the system here and actually do some studying before he said anything. Because many of us from Houston and Harris County, we know how racist the system is. We know how unjust the system is here. I mean, it's lucky that John Hernandez case with Terry Thompson that he got justice. It was just lucky to see that. It was just lucky. Normally, they don't happen here in Texas. So let's get this twisted. But no, this is about drugs. Seemed to me, I'm sorry, my sister LaPortia, you was there for the wrong reason, and it led to the situation. No offense. And when people are spilling the beans about her and her baby dad, who's Latino, Chris Sevilla, excuse me, I'm sorry to both y'all. My heart goes out to y'all, but the sins of you're doing, if you repent or you continue to do it, has led to this girl's murder. Because if y'all wasn't around that time, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm sorry, my conscience is eating me out telling this. It's, you know how you tell a person and they don't want to hear the truth? If she was not there that Sunday morning, this little girl would be alive right now. But these three thugs, the two brothers locked up, and the white guy that's out, or either on probation locked up or something else that he did, caused this girl to die. I'm sorry, the sketch matched him. He don't look exactly, but it matches him. And she know him. She has to know him. And she knows these two guys. And about the fight in the club, I don't buy this story of the fight in the club. They trying to cover up for him too. So let it be justice for Jasmine. My heart goes out to this little girl and the family, but her two parents. I'm sorry when these folks spilling the beans of their criminal background too, it doesn't look good either. It'd be different if they left that light alone and they changed. But when someone's still involved in it about that life and their children are involved, you gotta blame the parent. I'm sorry to say this, but they need to get that. They need to get the attorney general. No, get the congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and the rest of the folks involved to investigate that dude that's on the picture and see his connection with this, because I bet he know the two guys. They was in that red truck. How the heck did they have rental cars? What the other driving by? No. Other witnesses are afraid to come out and say it, but I'm saying it and I wasn't there. But it's to say for this little girl to get justice, so they will not be using hate crimes and true hate crimes and try to say, oh, just like this case, it wasn't hate crime. You just playing victim. You just saying race card. No, I don't want to say. I want to see people get justice. Okay, because in this country, in this Trump America, we have that going on, and you got white supremacists, especially in the government, in the law, and outside law, who connected, who are thugs. Okay, who are and use minorities who are thugs to do crime for them as well. That's what I'm scared of. Okay, so that's the reason why. But I think they letting this man go because he did his time, but he need to go back to jail with the three thugs. And I'm sorry, So God protect us all, but this little girl needs justice, and then they don't need to use this to get rid of hate crime bills, because that's their objective is so the folks could go back to lynching and Jim Crow and slavery and Manifest Destiny and Tree Guadalupe Hidalgo. Let's call it like it is, and Operation WICK mess. That's what they want to go back to those days, and they're using this so he don't get put in jail in prison. But at the same time, because my question every time on my videos, I have 1,020. I was shocked, 1,300 views on the other video and 18 dislikes, but 18 people is not 1,000. So that means it's just people who don't like the fact that they're trying to knock true hate crime cases out the way by using the story. But I'm not using biases. I'm not being anti-white. I'm proud of my white ancestry, and I'm proud other people did wrong. But I'm proud of being a generation of a multi-generational product of mixed ancestry and mixed heritage. And I don't have hate towards white people or African American people or Native American or Hispanic, because that's what my background is, African American Christian. So don't try to use that mess with me. I'm not preaching Marcus Garvey on my channel, and I definitely ain't preaching no John Trump or no KK mess either. Okay, so I'm a multiracial movement. This girl is multiracial. The parent, the mother is too. She got some white Native American. Her two besides black. Okay, and her hair is different texture. Mine, even though she's milk chocolate, she's not dark skin, but she's milk chocolate. But maybe some Creole or whatever in her in Native American, but point is the father's Hispanic too, and therefore she's this part this mixed race part Latino, part African American little girl lost her life behind this mess, and it needs to solve. And all this trying to be pro-white supremacist or anti-white, I'm not with that mess, because I would have said if I was the anti-white, saying these two brothers go free, that the white guy get no. If I was anti-black, even though none of us are pure black, I would say that the white guy get a good way and let you too. No, I said all three of these suspects should be locked up on the same sentence, no, without anybody playing favoritism games. If she said a white guy, she not lying. What she's lying is her in selling, getting dope. I'm just calling it is in covering that part. And I'm glad that, and I wasn't trying to be messy to bring up the criminal past of the two parents, but it led to the shooting. Their activity, their involvement in this mess, prostitution, and all the other cases they say led to this little girl losing her life. Okay, along with the three suspects that needs to be questioned. Of course, the two brothers, but this white one that's out here being thuggish and carjacking. I mean, this dude, 48 years old, still doing this mess. Grow up, bro. Shoes. I mean, that's some young people, man. He's born 1970. He had to be born 1970. Same Mariah Carey and SPM. Almost Selena, Tupac, and Lisa Lethal in a day, a year. Of course, Jennifer Lopez be 50, I be 40. And Diddy and what's his name? And Tyler Perry. These 1969, 70, 71 babies, I gotta stay in 1990 when they was young and about. But not in 2000 something. You almost 50 and still doing it? Lord have mercy. But anyway, he getting away with it, though. He getting the white privilege to get away with it. He been locked up, and he a thug. He a thug. But God as my witness, God stand by my side. No, I had the courage to make this video because I believe that he's involved, and he know those two guys. Eric was driving the truck, and if they have a backseat of it, because some trucks have back seats too. In the pickup truck, either Larry was in the middle or in the back, and I believe the white man talking about RC was the one shooting. Especially he's an older one. He know more skill, but compared to these two young thugs, he's a head thug. He's an OG. These two, let's call it like it is. They goes on in games. Come on now, all right. So I believe they're all involved, and I believe that LaPortia is not innocent. She didn't kill her daughter, but her behavior led to this mess. And that's what I say. I'm sorry to LaPortia and Chris, but y'all don't look that innocent, okay? And my heart goes out, but just like the little brother down there in Chicago, remember the little brother that was 7 or 9 years old, and he was shot in the alley by other gang members, and it was because the dad, retaliation of the dad who was in gang in Chicago, and the sister had to get a call at the father, Flaker, whatever his name was, who's a white Catholic priest did the funeral. They gave a GoFundMe, gave her a car so she go to work, and she went to Vegas. And y'all know about that back in 2015 and 16, whenever that happened. That's no different in this case here. Because the dad, I went to talk to her sister. So I was working at Memorial City, and the sister was there in Chicago. She from Chicago. She said, no, she said was on guest no? Oh, we was on somewhere. We was on guest. We was somewhere, and she said, "Excuse the sins of the fathers." She showed it. Said that she said because their brother in Chicago, his gang rival was retaliation because he shot some other family members to get back at the other family member. They got that little boy because the little boy know is the rivals. He did not know anything about it, and they shot him to get revenge. Showed it. That's very true. So that's why I seen this whole case with this because the sins of the parents, the continuation of it, led to this little girl being there. I'm sorry, but I gotta call it like it is. And like I said, I'm not trying to be brutal, evil. I'm trying to be sympathetic as possible, but it's hard when this little girl has lost her life, and these two people who made her, they still about that life. I mean, I looked at the eyes, like I looked at this white man's eyes on his Facebook and everything else. I also see the eyes of these brothers, okay, and I also see the eyes of the baby daddy, his wife, which is the stepdaughter, step mother of this little girl, the dark skinned sister, and also this brown kind of camel skin, milk chocolate sister, talking about the mama. Y'all not that innocent. This is the eyes of soul of a person. Y'all not gonna look all that innocent. Y'all look innocent now of this murder of the murder because it's heartbroken to see your daughter go. But y'all, I mean, it's like y'all bought y'all like, and they mentioned so many of the criminal background. When they mentioned criminal background, I didn't want to be messy. Don't get me wrong, but someone told me, Zach, look at that because it's what's going on with this case. Right? So, I mean, I think about going in law, you know what I'm saying? I think about going private investigation, you take a class, private investigator class. But and the ones who hating on my videos are white supremacists because they know I'm telling the truth. I'm calling like it is, and I'm not using race. Because if I was using white racism, anti-white racism, I would say these two brothers should go free and this white man should be locked up. No, I'm saying all three of them, all three of them, and I also saying the mother and the father are not that innocent. Now, of course, the father was not around the time, but he has a past, and so does the mother. And anyone know, especially in the crack epidemic, your mom or dad selling dope, and you get something happen, it's because thank you. Hello, I'm calling it is. We both in their age because I be 40. Okay, so I know. Okay. So I wasn't involved in that mess, but you gotta read and and discern and learn and all the other stuff. But the truth of the matter is, I believe that she was there for the dope. The white guy and the two brothers upset, and they retaliated against her, not the daughter, against her, and the daughter got shot. That's the reason, and got killed. That's the reason why. And they tried to take it to the media, folks on the black nationalists, and maybe some Hispanic. This girl's part Hispanic, was trying to turn to a race hate crime because of Trump America, okay? But I don't. They said now I heard they said this white guy is a racist, and y'all know me on this channel. I talk about wiggers, not all wiggers. I'm cool with wiggers, but a person who's part white down the family tree who don't look white, okay, but camel skin because they're admixture besides Native American. I'm gonna tell it like it is on my channel. When I mention my mixed ancestry, that's what these white folks so supposedly love and love our neighbor type folks. Ain't all that. When I mention it, they reveal them who they are. And they use the word nigger and all other stuff. These folks also the ones to set you up. Usually, sometimes I say, "Oh, your white friend," but see, your white friend, they'll smoke dope in front of everybody. You cannot smoke dope because you know how racist country are they going to target you as a person of color compared to the white person. Because he or she knows they can get away with more than you can. So when they hanging with you, they know the drugs are destructive to the community. They know they're trying to make you fall and go to jail, and they get away with it because slap on race, especially CIA, Bush, Reagan. Come on now, right? And so crack evidence, hello, and three shots out Clinton. I'm not a Clinton fan either. So when it comes to this situation, they hang with you, they want you, but behind closed doors, you niggas. You WICK. And they smile your face because they get money seeing you die and your people die and you go and get locked up. That's why sometimes they portray that. And I'm not saying all they got folks, white folks who don't do that mess, who grew up in the ghetto in the hood and the body, but you got those who are opportunists who will hang with you and want to see you fail. Because I never forget a sister, my homegirl, my homegirl, she by my color, and her mother, her grandmother, real light skinned Creole sister, can pass a long wavy hair, and she never forget she was going to the store. She no longer here. She was going to the store. She said a white woman in the hood. I never forget this back in the early 2000s when a cop, white woman put her drugs right next to her. Don't you put your drugs near me trying to get me arrested? You know what I'm saying? I had nothing to do with that mess. And they know how to do that. Okay? And how I know this, I don't do drugs, never sell it, but when I'm in some areas, why do I have white folks asking me for some weed, for some crack? No, I'm like, I don't do that stuff. We never listen. And these brothers out there selling that stuff, and like, you better be careful, it could be an undercover cop or a foreman. Hello, all right. So when it comes to situation with, for real, I never forget, a couple times I went off on a white man. Yes, I did. Back in 2016, asking me for some weed. I was at church in the wealthy white area, Catholic church, on Mass 2013. So I don't forget this. 5 o'clock p.m. Christmas Mass. It was packed. A white girl, you can tell she can go to church, asked me, "You got some green, some weed?" Yes. And usually it's a setup, so if you do say you got some, they can snitch on you and get the weed. That a lot of folks don't know that. And it can be a cop before, but also too, if they get in trouble, they're gonna throw you on the bus. And that's what I see with this case with Eric and Larry. So I'm telling y'all, you ain't stop over here hanging with. I'm saying not hanging with white people, hanging with no drug dealer. Period. Don't hang with no brothers, sisters. But they letting the white dude go away, in my opinion, and instead of him going to jail with these three brothers, and they throw him on the bus, throw him on the bus. That's my opinion. So I mean, everybody. I mean, I'm American. I wasn't there, but y'all investigate and see the theory is true. I believe the theory is true. I believe in my heart. Someone's telling me burning spirit is like coming from God to tell me I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry, because a lot of folks using race and everything, they're not looking at it on a non-biased level. I'm looking for a non-biased level because I think all three parties are guilty. But I think the mother is not that innocent either, and the dad is not innocent, especially when they have a lengthy background, okay? And they saying that she was there to get some drugs, and she did not want to get paid up. That's the reason why she got. This is why the little girl got killed, and it wasn't intentional. It was actually towards her, and it makes sense why she let her daughter out and she drives so they can follow her because she ready to let her daughter live, but not her. That's how it go. You know, use a mother would die, a mother or a true mother or father would die for their child than the die the other way around. You see what I'm saying? So that's why if she did leave her daughter out and told the other girl, stay out the car, let them follow me because it's my end of my life. Now attend the mother would let herself get killed instead of her daughter, but it went flip script. And this is a lesson to be learned in my opinion, because I'm not God. Leave that lifestyle alone. Change your life. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. I'm not God, but it's like change your life. These kids here to live a better life. You know what I'm saying? Don't put them in that mess. And I think that's my opinion. So y'all put in God's hand. That's like I said. I put this in God's hand, and let's find out the truth. Truth will come out. I'm praying every day, y'all. I could be doing something important in my life, but something just told me, Zach, just go ahead and fight for this little girl. Okay? Bye bye, y'all. Have a nice day.